Hello to all my beautiful nerds and welcome back to the Nerdy Chic Universe channel. I bet you've been traveling the vast universe and found this channel. And today I am continuing with my YouTube collab looks, and this time it's with the Nikkie Tutorials and Too Faced collab, The Power of Makeup. I know this was kind of a bit of a controversial palette because of some batches were not as pigmented as the others, as in you got some that were pigmented, others that weren't. So I think I ended up with the more pigmented batch when I ordered this on TooFaced.com back in 2016. I think 2016 was like the big year for a lot of collabs, even though last year was the biggest for Jaclyn Hill and Morphe. Sorry. But of course, 2016 seemed like it was the bigger one because he also had Bunny collabing with Tarte Cosmetics, which you'll be seeing that collab sometime soon, and how I would do look with that. So yeah, the only issues, to tell you the truth, that I had was this shade over here, this glittery shade. I don't know the name, I forgot the names. Mostly what drew me to get this palette is the teal shade right here, because you rarely see a deep teal shade. Now you have a lot of companies coming out with teals in their palettes alongside anything neutral. And of course, I am finally into bronzers, so I'll be using the Chocolate Soleil bronzer in this palette. So let's get into this look. So this video won't take ages to do. And yes, I am primed. I did my brows and everything else. So let's get into it. I'm going to be using the middle column in this palette, which I'm going into the purpley shade. I mostly go in twice with this shadow palette because this was also around the time that Too Faced kind of changed up their formula. I think it was like pre-Estee Lauder, if I remember correctly, and I heard that after the buyout with Too Faced with Estee, they kind of did better on their formulation. To tell you the truth, I am still on the fence about picking up the golden chocolate bar. I haven't gotten it yet. I know I would be, I said in the past, like, yeah, it was last year, that I wouldn't be buying any more Too Faced unless it's the chocolate bar palettes, which during the 21 Days of Beauty, I will be picking up another chocolate bar, since I might be hitting pan on a few of the shades, and I don't want to pay full price when I pan other shades. So, best timing. I was kind of disappointed on the picks, but you know what? Even though I love my Wet n Wild setting spray, I'm sticking to that. I think I'm better out just sticking with the Too Faced palette. I don't know why, but they should have better picks for the spring version of the sale. I think this shade was pretty pigmented because purples are hard to formulate from what I've heard. That's why I go in, dip in twice. To make sure I am good with the pigmentation. I did remember doing a look using the teal, like to do like a Midnight Mermaid look when I first got this palette. I know it's still on the channel when I was doing my work experience. I remembered that. That was like 2 years ago when this palette was out. I remember this one was like sold out at Sephora and Ulta, so I had to order on the Too Faced Cosmetics website to get my paws on this thing. And I did ignore the warning signs about this palette not being as pigmented as so many people said. I did say, okay, I'm going into this shade above the purple to go into my crease. I know it's a shimmery shade, but to me, who cares about putting shimmers in the crease? I do it most of the time. But anyways, I like to do it. It's me. But anyways, to me, this palette should have waited to be released and test out the pigmentation. It's like, if there's gonna be issues, like, test it first at the factory. Like, have tons of people swatching the product first and on themselves, see how it applies on the eyes, and then decide if you want to release it just then and there, instead of just pushing it out. I mean, I heard about the chocolate shop palette that came out that holiday not being very pigmented, and people even had issues with the dark chocolate and the white chocolate palettes that came afterwards. That had similar shades from the chocolate shop. Alright. Here's the thing with testing out makeup. They should have a group of people at the lab, or even at the main head place. I can't really, or warehouse. Have them swatch it, try out a few looks, and then see the results. If they had to redo some the shadows, then do it right then and there. I mean, and if you need more time, then say you need more time, and say to the customers, we need more time on this, so we're pushing it like a month, 2 months, even probably 6 months to a year, because it does take a while to formulate shadows. I mean, look at all the indie brands. They have to make sure their products are working well. Okay, and I'm going into the shade right above the second shade in the second column, and put it on my brow. This is coming out not that bad, since I rarely use this palette, and I rarely use the biggest name, which is going to be next in the next video. Stay tuned for that one. That was the very first collab that I ever picked up by a YouTuber. The biggest name palette. I never, to be honest, I never seen her videos, but I've seen the palette in action and the colors, even after seeing Vivi's review a long time ago. I was like, okay, I want this palette. I am a sucker for purples. I may watch some of her videos to see a reason why maybe she got picked very well for a collab. Next, I'm going to be using my Purple Rain pencil from Sugar Cosmetics. Which I got in my Ipsy bag, which I can't wait for this month's bag. I am mostly excited about the brush because it's based on Wonder Woman. Because Lexi made a Wonder Woman brush set. I would love it, but I don't have the funds to pick up the brush set. Oh well, I could always make sure that they have sales or something, because I definitely wouldn't mind having more face brushes. And I tried Lexi brushes before, and they're really good for what you get. And that was my goal, being a part of Ipsy, getting at least one of their brush sets. And I could still go for that goal, but it has to wait, probably. And I think this is a limited edition brush set, from what I noticed. I know some other brands do collabs with superheroes, like do superhero themed ones. I wanted to get the Harley themed stuff because, you know, even though she's a villain, but hey, she's an awesome villain. And they mostly sold out of her stuff, which makes me sad. Well, she is a popular DC character after all. And of course, I would cosplay as her. And I even have the bathrobe of Harley Quinn. Sorry, I need to get another baby wipe because this one dried out. What mascara should I do today? I don't have any Too Faced mascaras. I did use the Better Than Sex purple one that came with this entire thing. But you know my story with the Better Than Sex. It always flakes on me. But I'll use my tried and true Miss Manga mascara by L'Oreal. I love this mascara. It's my ride or die. I know I gotta get a new tube of this one if I would be cosplaying for. I'm not sure if I'm going to be cosplaying for Holiday Matsuri with the entire move. I do want to still have Link with me since I didn't do that costume that much last year on the first day of Holiday Matsuri. Like, I showed up and got the weapons check and everything and did it for a few hours. People did give us props for Aegis Slash. It's like, you hardly see people make the actual Aegis Slash, but there is a video where someone actually made Honedge as an actual sword, which is its first basic Pokemon stage. I remember catching that thing back in X. No, was I playing Y? I think I was playing Y because Gondress wanted to play X. I wanted the Princess Mononoke deer. That's why I want. Yeah, Xerx. Was it Xerxes or Zexus? I forgot the name. I wanted the Princess Mononoke thing. Looking deer. Let's see. Now, going into my my face, because since I'm going to be using the face products in the palette, I'm going to go into my color correcting concealer from NYX Cosmetics. There you go. All my zits. Or markings. Oh yeah, it's actually making me happy that I don't hear Siri doing the one face, two face thing. I hope you guys are relieved about that. Finally. 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 Maybe I should tell that to someone who also is visually impaired. She's part of the NFB here in town. I'm not sure if she saw that comment about that, but I should tell her about that. If you're gonna record a video, just do a 3-finger double. Excuse me. 3-finger double tap, and just use a braille display to navigate for the rest of the time. And it's working out pretty much very well. And anybody out there, be careful not to triple tap by accident, because it'll turn on screen curtain, and that is a pain in the butt to get off. Trust me, I cannot get that thing off. I remember there was a Braille Sense command where you could just do the full-on cell and then spacebar to turn it off, but now it doesn't have it anymore on the Polaris, which kind of stinks in a way. That could have been helpful if that happened, because sometimes you accidentally do an extra tap and then it turns on. And it's a pain in the butt to turn off to try to get that sequence of taps. I think Apple should make it a lot more easier with the taps to keep or get rid of screen curtain altogether. I understand it is a privacy thing, but it's so hard to turn on and off, in my opinion. Unless if you have a Bluetooth keyboard, that's the easiest way. But what if you don't always have a Bluetooth keyboard on hand? That's what I'm wondering. Oh, can't forget this under eye. Gotta make it symmetrical. Yeah, next I'm going in with my foundation from Wet n Wild. Do, 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 do. Okay. Oh, I bet you're one. I haven't told you how I got into Nikkie Tutorials yet. Okay, I think if I remember correctly, I was going through YouTube watching favorites videos, which I rarely do anymore. I don't know why. I guess I kind of got bored watching YouTube most of the time, and there are times when Gondress likes to show me the stuff on his YouTube, which I want to at least watch some makeup stuff because, you know, I'm a girl. And of course, there are guys that love makeup too, but I do want to watch some stuff about makeup. You know what's out there. But anyways, so I see something called X month. I don't know what month it was. I think it was in April or May favorites, and I see insert month here, favorites, and hell knows. And it said Nikkie Tutorials, and I'm like, I wonder who this person is. And I've pretty much liked her from the start, but it took me a bit to hit the subscribe button because I wanted to see other videos. And I did hit the subscribe button. I like her personality. I like how she's not too always, how can I say it, how Rich Lux puts it, copper eye, nude lip. She always goes far and beyond. I mean, she even did a Suicide Squad Harley makeup look. And I'm like, okay, pink and blue, I'll get past that, but at least she was able to do that, you know? And she does a lot of different things. I mean, I even liked her review when she did it with James Charles on the concealers and powders from KKW. Yeah, KKW. Or was it? No, it wasn't Kylie Cosmetics. It was KKW. But still, they did a stunning job at that review, and have been subscribed to her ever since. And of course, since I got the palette, I did want to support Nikkie, so that really got me to buying it after she did her video. And I did say the teal shade got me. It's like Fry from Futurama. Shut up and take my money. Take it. That's how I feel sometimes with some stuff that I like to find at either GameStop, at a convention, and everything. But of course, this collab did get my money. Of course, the only thing that I didn't really like was, of course, the better than sex, better than sex mascara. That thing is flake sitting on me. No matter what you do with that mascara, it's gonna still flake on me, no matter what. And sorry, Jared, I can't be 100% with a product. I did enjoy the Lash Paradise, but it dries up so quickly. I mean, L'Oreal, your mascaras don't dry up in the tube as much as my other two, the Butterfly and the Ms. Manga. But again, at least the Lash Paradise doesn't flake on me like the Better Than Sex. I could kind of see why it's a dupe for the Better Than Sex. I know they said try out the waterproof, but medium waterproof, I don't know. I know I would probably have to douse my eyelids with coconut oil over and over. I'm like, forget it, I'll just go with dupes. Drugstore stuff. And usually, and the only real high-end mascara that I would repurchase over and over is, of course, my Perversion mascara, which has been lasting me over a year now. I know you have to change the mascaras 3 months, 3 or 4 months, but there are times when mascaras in the high-end section do last you a lot longer. But back to Too Faced. And again, I feel sorry for some of the people that didn't get the more pigmented batches of the Power Makeup palette, and I think she did apologize later because of that. I did watch that video where she said she's sorry that 2 different warehouses were the ones who put together the palette and formulated it. And again, in my opinion, they should make sure the formula was swatched very well, like, you know, well put together like most collabs. And that's why I'm sticking with mostly the chocolate bar palettes. I did see Emily Noel do her review on their 20th year anniversary. I am not, I don't know, it's just that I don't know if I could get on board with that. There it is. Okay, I'm going into the Chocolate Soleil bronzer in this palette. But I may just stick to getting the chocolate bars when I run out. Sorry to say, the Sweet Peach collection and the Peaches and Cream collection don't really excite me like with everybody else. I don't know, maybe peaches don't look great on my eye. I know I have the My Time eyeshadow from Makeup Geek from BoxyCharm. Oh, thank you for the notification. But anyways, I don't want to go too heavy-handed. This is not as pigmented as the original. I'm not sure if I should get the original, like the light chocolate soleil in bronzer. Yeah, if I have the funds, since I'm going to be starting my job soon. And next, and sorry, oops, where is it? The brush fell out of my hand. Oh no. Great. Gotta love it when this happens. I guess I'll look for it after the video. And I'm going into one of the blushes. I'm gonna go into the... Oh. Ah! I accidentally went into the teal shade. That would have been embarrassing, even though not Makeup Revolution went while it has a zombie blush. And someone posted that they didn't like the idea. Okay. From someone who took a course on zombies. Yes, I took a course on zombies. And vampires, and... I know this brush is kind of wet. But what can you do since I accidentally put in the wrong thing? Okay, zombie flesh is pretty much run. It could have a green tinge, a brown tinge, and usually a gray tinge. And because I'm saying this after someone put a comment asking what you expect zombie flesh to be like. And this is a green tone blush with red undertones. I'm not sure if I want to get it and check it out, probably use it as an eyeshadow. That's another good idea. And or maybe do a glamorous zombie look. Hey, that would be a nice thing. Because I am writing a story with zombies at the moment. I haven't been working on it due to being busy with the blog, the YouTube channel, all that. And for the highlight, I am going into Champagne Truffle in this palette. I did swatch this. I think people had issues with this highlight because in the original chocolate bar palette, Champagne Truffle is a very pigmented eyeshadow shade. It's the very last one at the very bottom on the far right, if I remember the palette list that I have on Word. I'm going in, gonna add a little bit more, make sure, hoping nothing teal ends up on my face by accident. I'm blind, I can't help it. But anyways, but the original Champagne Truffle was very pigmented in the eyeshadow form. Again, I don't know what happened in Too Faced for a little while. Their pigmentation kind of went a little downhill according from what I heard. And I did hear it got better by the Golden Bar. Even Candy Johnson said her collaboration was well worked on, and I'm like, too bad I didn't get that collab. I would love to support her, but I'm like, I don't know. After what happened with Too Faced, I mean, even the Kat Von D collab, the Better Together collection, I heard the Too Faced side of that palette was not as pigmented as it seemed. The Kat Von D side was more pigmented than the Too Faced side. And I'm like, what's going on with Too Faced? They were known for really pigmented shadows and everything. But I do hear good things about the liquid lipsticks and everything. Okay, I'm going to be using my setting spray. And I still do have that little glitter pigment, but I haven't been touching it as much, so... And if you're wondering how I like that pen eyeliner, it was okay. I like the Wet n Wild pens a little bit more, but it was okay. It wasn't my favorite, and it didn't work out after a while. As in give me any ink. But hey, what can you do? It was the first round of those things. Now going into my lip products. And I'm going in with the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in Cherry Custard. That's my Lip Smackers lip gloss. What I like about these lip glosses is because so far is that the brush is easier to use. And I got this as part of an Intense Butter Gloss that they put on sale. I think they have most of their holiday stuff still on sale. It's supposed to be going bye-bye. Well, guys, that completes the look for this collaboration. I could kind of see why it was kind of for a lot of people. I even said they should have pushed it back, still in my opinion, to this day. But hey, at least I still have this thing. What really got me as well is the leopard print. I do still like Nikkie Tutorials. I am still subscribed to her to this day, and I still find her amazing. And heck, she even collabed with a lot of different famous people, even did the makeup with them, and she even did the power of makeup thing, like, you know, one half makeup, the other one not, with Kim Kardashian, and she was surprised with that. And all I have to say, she has her own thing going for her. She's been collabing with Ofra Cosmetics a lot more. I do love Ofra Cosmetics as well. I find their stuff very, very, very pigmented. I do love their liquid lipsticks a lot, because, come on, they're very lightweight and very pigmented. And what else? So at least Nikkie moved on from this collaboration with Too Faced. Yeah, it was kind of a bit of a bust. I know a lot of things came up with it. I mean, even a lot of things came up, but heck, at least I still got this when it came out, and I did support Nikkie 100% on this, and at least I am giving it a little bit of love. Yeah, I dented that purple pretty well, so who knows where most of the stuff would take Nikkie. I am glad she moved on, able to do a lot of other stuff, even still working with Ofra. I did hear about her newest collab with Ofra. I'm proud that she got to do more work with them and hoping she keeps on going with it because she has a lot of fire in her and she is a girl in the Netherlands. So give her some support, follow her. Yeah, she is pretty big, but she is someone that kind of does step away from the drama and doesn't want to, be involved. Just do her own thing. Let her do her own thing. And I am glad that she did do what she did back in 2016 with Two Faced, even though it did not go well. But I am proud of her for what she did with them, and so far, so good. At least I gave this palette a chance, and so yeah. Next collaboration is the one with Two Faced and Vegas Nay. Maybe I should take a look at her videos and see what she does, and maybe I'll subscribe to her, who knows. So stay tuned for that video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for whenever I post on here, and also make sure you follow us on Twitter at Nerdy Chic, and make sure you follow our WordPress blog, www.nerdychicuniverse.wordpress.com. So, until next time, stay beautiful out in the universe.